How the devil. Oh yeah. Right, today I've got hold of an LG SH2 soundbar. A couple of years old now. I was actually given this. Someone in work didn't know how to use it. Don't ask me. But they said, do you want a soundbar? I went, yeah, do you know what? I'll have a soundbar. So I'm going to go over it today, see what it's like. And is it still worth buying today? I mean, I think they stopped making this about a year or so back. This was still able to buy in 2021, early 2021, late 2020. So you could still buy it then. And I've seen some YouTube reviews, saying, oh, it's really good. Okay. Now I think this, when this came out, it was probably around about 150 to 200 pounds. And then it went down to about 130, then 100 as it came to the end of its life. So let's have a look at it. Let's see what it's got. And then we'll do a sound test then to see whether it's any good. Okay, so the whole thing weighs 7 kilos. This weighs 4 kilos and the subwoofer weighs 3 kilos. So in total, not very heavy, which kind of suggests that it may not be very good. It's not always the case, but I think in this case it probably is. Hasn't got many inputs, no HDMI ARC, no coaxial, all it's got is optical, and that's it. You've got no other option. You've got Bluetooth here, which is Bluetooth 4. There's a mute button, mute thing there. You've got some functions on here as well. You've got the volume button, standby, and this F is for function, so it goes through the functions here. You press it, it's just a touch, and it just goes through the functions there. Okay, it does have this LG SoundSync, which is only available with compatible TVs. Now I have LG TVs, but unfortunately they don't have this SoundSync on them, so I can't test it out. Again, there's not much to see on the back. You've got your two little wires here, this really thin, cheapy cable, runs to the subwoofer, and there's your optical in, and that is it. That's all on the back. Way! Okay, and there's your subwoofer here. Okay, there it is, there, in all its glory. Okay, it's probably about a 4-inch sub with a bass port on the front. Let me just turn it around to show you. With a bass port on the front. And there you go. The remote is pretty small, fits in my hand quite easily. Okay, and again, nothing much on it. You've got your standby, your functions, so we go through the functions, Bluetooth, optical, that's pretty much the only ones you're going to use. Your volume, mute, okay, you've got your built-in sounds, so it's got standard, cinema, and ASC. Now ASC is adaptive sound control. It's supposed to analyze the sound input to optimize the sound for the context in real time, and that's from the LG website. To me, it doesn't make much difference at all. Just seem to take the bass away. You got DRC, which is dynamic range control, and it's supposed to give you clearer sound at low volume. And I think it just, at low volume, it sort of takes the bass out and enhances the speech. I think that's what it does. You've got your play, forward, back here. And you can either have auto power on, auto power off. So it goes on and off with the TV. So it's 100 watts total, 50 watts in the sub and 50 watts in the bar itself. How does it sound? Okay. I mean, considering this was probably around about 150 to 200 pound, when it first came out. Personally, I think it's a bit of a rip-off. Come on, LG, you're better than that. It's not a good soundbar. I mean, I found playing music, terrible, okay? There's just no top end. It's just all bass. The bass is, there's a lot of bass there. I have to say, considering the size of the sub, there's quite a bit of bass there. I was surprised. But it's not control bass. It's all over the place. Quite boomy. And there's just no top end, no treble. So when you're playing music, it's a little bit of mids and bass. It's just, I don't think it's got any tweeters. That's what it sounds like. I don't know what's going on, but I just couldn't get any top end out of it. With movies, okay, it's okay. It's okay. Does it enhance the sound compared to the built-in speakers of the TV? Of course it does, yeah, it gives it a bit more bass. It definitely enhances the sound, but what I found is that sometimes it misses a little bit. It's not quite as clear. Look, I'll show you this clip of Saving Private Ryan when they land on the beach on D-Day, the D-Day landings, okay? They land on the beach, okay? And there's lots of bullets and bombs going off. So the bombs, you can really hear the bass in it. But the bullets flying past, the whizzing past, it kind of loses its touch a little bit. And what I'll do as well, so I've got a Samsung soundbar, albeit it's not a fair comparison. The Samsung soundbar when it came out was like 400 or 500 quid, okay? So it's a far better soundbar than this. It's not a 2.1, no, it's just a single soundbar. So the bass might not quite keep up with this, but what I'm looking for is the clarity. So here's a clip from Saving Private Ryan showing this one and the Samsung soundbar. So what do you think? And like I said, you might be, I mean, over YouTube, we might not hear it so much. But you might be fooled because this is a little bit more bassy because it has the dedicated sub. But the bass on the Samsung was far more coherent. The bullets and the ricochets are really clear. And again, a lot more top end. Now, when it comes to music, I do a comparison again with the two soundbars. Just using some music off YouTube library, so I do apologize if it's a bit naff, okay? Right. Anyway, so let's listen to this music and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So, where's the treble? What happened to it? What's it called? Like I said, this has to be a tweeter, isn't it? Is it really a tweeter? Is it just a mid-range speaker? I don't know, because it's just literally cut off the top end. I mean, if it was a frequency response, it's probably cut off at 10,000 hertz. I don't know. But it sounds very muffled. Again, it's got bass, but not very well controlled bass. God, there's a whistle that come out of there. Sorry, Sonny. And it's just, I mean, considering this was 150 to 200 quid, you know, I think it's very poor of LG to put this out at that price. This is a £50 soundbar, if that. It just, playing music is awful. So if I had to give the marks up to 10, for music, I'd probably give it a 4 to 10. For cinema sound, I'd give it a generous 6 out of 10. It's not a great soundbar. It does enhance your TV, but there's far better soundbars out there for around about the £150 mark. Like something like the Hisense 2.1 is a lot better than this. This is, if I had to buy this, well, I know I wouldn't buy it. That's what I'm saying. Don't buy it. Even secondhand. If you see this for sale, don't buy it. That's my recommendation. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think. Have you got one of these? Have I insulted you? I do apologize. I'm sorry. If you like the video, give it a like. If you've got one of these, give it a dislike. Okay? And don't forget, you can always subscribe if you want. Go on. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.